Cha-ching! Hey guys, thanks for watching. We are back at the warehouse today to finish up repairs on the Otter's Key Largo 150. In the last video, we already removed the flex seal, stabilized the hole, and filled it in with the structural putty. It's now ready to lay some fiberglass and then get it all faired out. After a quick sanding, cleaning, and taping off, we are ready to get to work. It should go without saying that working overhead is going to be the hardest position of any fiberglass job. I'm using a 12-inch contour gauge and a tape measure to try to strategize how I want to lay my fiberglass. I'm using a combination of 12-ounce biaxial cloth and 6-ounce woven cloth to build up and strengthen the area around the hole. Since I'm using epoxy resin, there's no need for fiberglass mat. The contour gauge let me know that there's still some low spots, so I'm using a few smaller pieces of the 12-ounce biaxial to fill them in, while trying to offset the edges. Then I alternated some larger patches of the woven and biaxial to complete the work. I topped it all off with another layer of 6-ounce cloth. This acts as sort of a sacrificial layer and helps to smooth out the biaxial under it. It'll make the fairing process much easier later on. I always try to remove my tape before the resin sets up. The fiberglass work is now done, cured, and nice and solid. I'm knocking down the edges and high points to get ready for the fairing process. Here I'm starting the first round of the fairing process. I make my own fairing compound using glass microspheres, and then fumed silica for sag control. The glass under it made a huge difference, already making the hole more fair, and this will get it to be near perfect. A quick sanding with some 120 grit, and she's already looking much better. But I'll need to do a second coat of fairing compound to fix a few of the low spots. I mixed up some more fairing compound and applied it a little thicker this time. This should be the last layer I'll need to do to get the whole bottom smoothed out. I made a small fairing board out of a scrap piece of plywood and used it to level out the fairing compound with 120 grit sandpaper. I smoothed it out with some 220 grit and then did some light sanding on the edges to feather them in. At this point, the fairing process is pretty much done. I removed the rest of the tape and got her all cleaned up for my final step. Since the boat won't be painted right away, the last step I'm doing is adding a protective coating to the repairs. I thickened some resin with milled fibers, silica, and added some white pigment, and then rolled it on. It's smoother than it looks, and very well protected. The repair is now complete and strong from the inside and out. Most importantly, it don't leak no more. A few more minor things and the Otter can finally get back out on the pond. If we take out the curing time for the resins, this repair took under 4 hours of labor and about $60 in supplies to complete. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thanks for watching. Cha-ching!